Right now, as you watch this, your body is making a decision: burn fat or lock it away. And if you are over 40, that decision is already being made against you. Every single morning, your adrenal glands release cortisol into your bloodstream. That part is normal. What is not normal is what happens next. Because after 40, cortisol doesn't behave the way it used to. It doesn't rise, peak, and fall. It rises and stays there for hours, sometimes all day. And while it stays elevated, it sends one silent command to the fat cells packed deep around your belly and organs: hold, do not release. Stay exactly where you are. Your body isn't failing, it's following instructions, and those instructions are locking your fat in place like a vault. That command has a name: the fat vault. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how it works and the 5-step morning protocol that starts unlocking it. Stay with me until step 4, because that one directly contradicts everything you have been told about stress and fat loss. This is Body Science Truths, real biology, explained simply, no myths, just the systems already running inside you. And this is where it gets dangerous. Because most people over 40 are doing everything right. They are eating less than they used to, moving more than they ever did, following every piece of advice they see online, and still the belly fat stays. Sometimes it gets worse. So they push harder, cut more carbs, add more cardio. But that advice ignores one critical biological shift. After 40, your brain, specifically your hypothalamus, loses sensitivity to cortisol feedback, which means one thing: your stress response doesn't shut off properly anymore. Cortisol that used to fall by mid-morning now lingers, and while it lingers, it is not passive. It is actively locking your fat cells down. This is not about being too stressed. This is a physical mechanism, and it runs in 4 steps. Step 1, the morning lock. Within 30 minutes of waking, your body triggers a natural cortisol spike. This is called the cortisol awakening response. It's supposed to rise, peak, and fall, but after 40, in a chronically stressed system, the peak holds, and that one change rewires everything. Because the shut-off signal never fully arrives. Your body runs the entire morning, sometimes the entire day, on elevated cortisol. And what happens next is where fat loss flips completely. Step 2, the storage command. High cortisol activates an enzyme. It's called Lipoprotein Lipase, and its job is simple: pull fat out of your bloodstream and store it inside your belly fat cells. This is not accidental. Cortisol is not associated with fat gain, it is instructing it. Every single morning. And here's the part almost nobody talks about. Step 3, the exit gets sealed. At the same time cortisol is pulling fat in, it is shutting the door on fat leaving. It suppresses another enzyme, hormone-sensitive lipase. This is the enzyme that lets fat out so your body can burn it. So now you have a system where the entrance is wide open and the exit is locked shut. That is the fat vault. You cannot burn what your body will not release. And this next step is the exact opposite of what most fitness advice tells you. Step 4, the second lock. High cortisol triggers an insulin response. And insulin sends one clear message to every cell in your body: store, do not burn. Now you don't have one lock, you have 2. Cortisol and insulin working together, both stronger, both lasting longer after 40. This is why eating less and moving more stops working, because you are trying to outwork a biological lock that willpower was never designed to open. And it gets worse. This fat doesn't just sit there. Visceral fat, the kind stored deep around your organs, releases inflammatory signals into your bloodstream. They travel to your liver, your pancreas, your arteries, and over time, silently, they push your body toward insulin resistance, high triglycerides, and cardiovascular risk. For years before anything shows up on a test. So no, this is not cosmetic. This is your body signaling that something deeper is off. So the question becomes, how do you unlock it? Not with more effort, with the right signals. Here are the 5 that matter most. Win 1, morning light anchor. Within 10 minutes of waking, expose your eyes to natural daylight. No sunglasses, no phone first. This tells your brain's master clock to start the correct cortisol rhythm. Rise, peak, then fall. Without this signal, the system has no off switch. Win 2, delay coffee 90 minutes. Caffeine amplifies cortisol. Drinking coffee immediately after waking stacks cortisol on top of its natural peak. Wait 90 minutes. Let cortisol begin to fall first, then have your coffee, your energy stabilizes, and that mid-morning crash disappears. Win 3 10-minute morning movement, not intense exercise, just a 10-minute walk. Preferably outside. This shifts your nervous system out of fight or flight and into recovery mode. This is not about burning calories, this is about resetting cortisol. Win 4 protein first. Start your first meal with at least 30 grams of protein. Protein stabilizes blood sugar, reduces insulin spikes, and supports neurotransmitters that help regulate cortisol. This is not about eating less. It's about sending your body the right first signal of the day. Win 5 10 PM Screen Cutoff. Blue light at night suppresses melatonin, and when melatonin drops, cortisol stays elevated, even while you sleep. Cut screens at 10 p.m., not just for sleep quality, for hormonal control. 5 inputs, 1 outcome. The fat vault begins to open, and just like at the start of this video, right now your cortisol system is still running. But now it's not invisible anymore. You can see it, you can influence it, and you can change it. If this explains something no one ever has, that's exactly what this channel is built for. And the next video goes even deeper into the hormones silently blocking fat loss. Subscribe if you want that. This video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult your doctor before making any changes to your health routine. If you haven't seen our video on the 3 hormones secretly blocking your fat loss, that connects directly to the fat vault. Link is on screen now. New science every Thursday and Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you in the next one.